Good morning. How are you guys today? Happy Friday. This is lesson 4 from A Course in Miracles, the discussion of it. Obviously, for the past 3 days, we've been looking at things around the room and stating either that we have given it all the meaning that it means to us, that, um, you know, it means nothing to us, or stating, that we don't understand the concept of like the things that we're seeing around us. On day 4, we actually switch and we start thinking of thoughts that come in our head. And the lesson for today says these thoughts do not mean anything. They are like the things I see in this room, on the street, from this window, in this place. And the whole concept is to really monitor your thoughts today, whether they be good or bad. As the book says, it doesn't really matter. It's the point of it is making you aware again of the perception of the thought, and the fact that they don't mean anything. And I wanted to read this selection about the idea of good and bad, good and bad thoughts. It says, do not be afraid to use good thoughts as well as bad. None of them represents your real thoughts, which are being covered up by them. The good ones are but shadows of what lies beyond, and shadows make sight difficult. The bad ones are blocked to sight and make seeing impossible. You do not want either. And it says this is a major exercise and will be repeated from time to time in somewhat different form. And that is true. Um, the course, you might be confused by like, why is it saying like my good thoughts aren't really even good thoughts? Well, we've been crafted in a way. We've been told how to think, how to act, and we've been told what are good thoughts and what are bad thoughts. And the course is its purpose is to teach you again. It's for you to basically unlearn everything that you've learned up until this point and to learn something new, again. And it's something that innately you already know, and that's why, to me, it felt fairly. Uh, I won't say it felt easy because sometimes you're like, oh, I'm fighting this, but it felt easy in the sense that, wow, like, is that really it? Is that really the thought that I should be thinking? That sounds so much better than the way I've been thinking. It just felt good to be almost in a sense free. And I that's what I feel like the course does today. And you know it talks too about practicing this throughout the day, like really just monitoring your thoughts. It says don't repeat it more than 3 to 4 times today. So I what I did on my phone, I set timers throughout the day, because this is basically the start of kind of the multiple time period check-ins for the day. And I set timers during the day to kind of bring me back, and say, okay, do ACIM. It said like ACIM exercise or whatever, and literally every time it popped up, I would go back and read the lesson for today, read what it said, and like really monitor my thoughts that were coming up around that time so that I could fully embody the exercises during the day. Um, it said, one of the cautionary words, or it's not really cautionary, but it's something that they're telling you to be mindful of, is being mindful of um, you know judgment that comes up while you're doing this, judging the thoughts as bad or good and whatever. It may happen today that you feel um, very judgmental about some of the thoughts that are coming in your head. And it can be difficult, but show yourself some love today. Show yourself some compassion. Allow yourself to be off the hook in this regard, because you what you don't realize is that you've been basically conditioned to think this way, think the way that you've been thinking, and think the thoughts that you've been thinking. And so the course is going to help you. It's going to help you to unlearn, and um, to really think in the right way. And I hate to say right way, because there's really no wrong way, but it helps you to get into the thoughts that are the true thoughts that you had when you came into this world, the thoughts of God, the thoughts that He imbued you with. Um, One thing I do want to emphasize, and this is something that was emphasized by something that's emphasized by Marianne Williamson, and something that I really appreciated from her, as I learned from her, um, was the course is it's a metaphysical text. It has no dogma, no religion. It uses Christian terms, but it doesn't place the meanings on those Christian terms that, say, the Bible would. For me, being a Christian, it helped me to understand the concepts a lot more, because some of the concepts are touched on in our Bible in such a way. Obviously, they're explained differently in here, but to me, it more fully helped me to understand even the Bible. Um, and I do want to suggest to you, Marianne Williamson, every Tuesday, I think she didn't do it this past Tuesday, but every Tuesday night, she has a live stream in which she teaches on a particular passage from the course. Usually it is a workbook lesson. And then she goes through the audience afterwards and allows the audience to ask her questions, and she speaks on the course in relate answers their questions in relation to the coursework. So I highly recommend it for people that are really trying to get into the course a little bit more fully, get comfortable with the concepts. To me, she was one of those people that I recommend to anyone who's struggling with the terminology, struggling with it because of how they felt about God in the past, or Jesus, any of those. Like, I highly recommend you check out her live streams. I hope that these are being, beneficial to you. I know I had pre-recorded a couple earlier in the week, and I did that just because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to come on live, and I wanted to try the live again, just to see if this was better, or if there was a certain time period um, that it was able to reach more people. So if there is, a preference on, the time that I come on, please let me know. Again, obviously, I'm not sure if I'll be able to come on live, but I will be able to post um, a video at a certain time. I can pre-record it and make sure it's posted at a certain time. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. I hope that you're having a wonderful first week of the new year, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.